Good morning, artists. It's Miss Alfaro, and today is Wednesday, October the 14th. As always, I need for everyone, whether you're on Zoom, you're watching this video on your own, or you're in person, to please do the attendance. If you do not do the attendance, there is a possibility you will be marked absent. The next thing you'll see on the screen is there is a week at a glance. That's going to be our schedule for the week. So let's take a look. For today, Wednesday, I need all late work turned in by 5 p.m. to be graded for the report card. It's very important that you turn it in as soon as possible, or email me if you have any questions or you're having any trouble, because whatever grade you see in your grade book on Thursday and Friday is going to be the grade you will see on your report card. The other thing you're going to see in here is a presentation or a PDF of what are patterns. So yesterday I did put this in the folder, but if you didn't get a chance to look at it, here's what I have. So patterns, as we see on the screen with the black and white patterns on the left, patterns are going to often occur in nature, and artists use patterns to create visual excitement. It also uses repetition, which is another principle of design, just like pattern is a principle of design. Repetition works with pattern to make the artwork seem active. The repetition of elements of design creates unity within the artwork. So as you see right here, there are different ways that you can create patterns with shapes, lines, colors. When you scroll down, you'll notice that there is a photograph of a chameleon or a lizard. And we see lots of patterns. We see that spiral pattern. We see little scale patterns. We even see color and zigzag patterns. Again, we can find patterns anywhere in nature, on animals, but we can also find them on buildings. So this one is the Ravensbourne College building in London. And we see lots of those spiral patterns as well as circle patterns. We even see patterns that looks like they used of windows, dots, curves, straight lines. Here's another example of patterns from tiles from Spain. And if you remember this artwork on the right, that is the MC Escher relativity artwork that we talked about last week. But we also see some more artwork on the left side of the screen from MC Escher. So what I would like for you to do today for extra credit is to take a photo of patterns. For extra credit, you can take a photo of patterns you see around you, or you can create an original artwork that has patterns using your art materials. I will not accept images from the internet or images of other students' work. Add a description in words of what you took by editing the caption after you add your image to the folder. So before I show you how to add the image, I'd like to show you some artwork that I found on my phone this morning that I've taken photos of, but also items that I found around my house that had patterns on it. So as we see right here, this is an artwork that I found at somebody else's home that I was visiting, and we see lots of patterns on the zarape or the shirt that she's wearing. Here's a photograph that I took when I went to the library to see an artist, Audra Flores. He uses cactus to create these really big sculptures, and so we see lots of espinas or spikes, as well as color patterns and different zigzag patterns on the cactus, but also on the floor. Here's a better picture of Audra Flores' artwork. Here's a photograph that I took a couple years ago when I was working with students in elementary school, and I thought this was a pattern because I see different apples and limes cut and arranged in a pattern. This is going to be the rocks that I see outside of the Saul Ross building here at school. Here's a photograph of some cactus that I took outside of my garden this morning. Here's a photograph of a jewelry box that I have, or a jewelry container that has little dots on it. Here's a photograph of my daughter's Star Wars poster. As we see all those stormtroopers put out in a pattern, and we're using that element of art, repetition, to repeat it all over. And finally, here's a close-up photo of one of my artworks where you see at the bottom I used a little pan dulce, the little sweet bread, to create patterns on my artwork. Now I'm going to show you how to add an image that you took from your camera. Okay, so you can definitely type in camera on your computer, on your Chromebook, or even find the app on your iPad or phone. Okay, once you open up camera, you can then take a photo of whatever you see around you that has pattern. Whenever you have that photo saved on your device, you'll need to click on Add Media. It's going to ask you to attach a file. So that means when we say file, that means the photograph, the video, whatever you took. So you need to click on Attach File. When you click on Attach File, it's going to open up to this window, which you can navigate and find where you saved your picture. So I'm going to open up this one, Add Media, so you'll see that it'll say Complete. And then once you get it on uploaded, you're going to see this message at the top that says Add Captions. So you want to click there. And in the caption, I would like for you to tell me a little bit more about your artwork. So what I would like for you to type is a brief description of what you took a photograph of and why you think it's patterns. So the one I have at the top of the rocks, it's describing that this is a photograph I took at Sul Ross, and the rock has lots of different shape and color patterns. The one below it is the photograph of the cactus I saw at the San Antonio Library for Audra Flores's installation. I see patterns in the espinas or thorns. Whenever you're ready, click Save. And it should take you to the album to see what it looks like. Or if it doesn't take you, you can click up here at the top where it says Back to Album. And now you'll see that where I added the text, it's now added below the photograph. Awesome. So again, this is going to be a way to earn some extra credit. See y'all soon.